Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. It's Sunday morning. Again here in Rochester, Kent, it is sunny. It's sunny but it feels a bit nippy. So Sunday, I don't know what everybody else does. I suppose a lot of people go out, do their shopping, go out, take their kids out to places. I live by myself and basically I don't feel like going out today. I don't. I take my dog out, so I always get some fresh air and I get exercise, but I don't really particularly feel like going anywhere. Last night I took Max out for a walk and it just seems like it's staged, and a lot of people that are gang stalked, bullied, followed, whatever you call it, whether you're a witness for a crime, you've upset an ex who's continually stalking you, or it's just random different people getting together just to try and take you out. It's not pleasant. It isn't pleasant. It's not pleasant. But you have to keep smiling and carrying on and pretending you can't hear what they're saying or watch what they're doing, and just get on with your life, which is very difficult when you're by yourself. Now people turn around and say that, oh, you're crazy, you're mad. Well, there's other people that go through this, men and women. It's usually someone that's being stalked by an ex, or you've exposed something and they're trying to take you down that way, whether they're trying to set you up for a crime, just trying to make you feel so desperately low that you feel like you can't carry on anymore, which has happened to me a couple of times quite recently. Deliberately keeping you away from people, isolating you so that they can have their fun. Obviously you're not being able to meet a partner. They're infiltrating the dating sites that you use, i.e. in my case, and they're trying to contact you with fake profiles, so you're never going to meet anybody. And where I live, they all know each other. So that the guy that came up to me on the field was a setup. Horrible, nasty guy, ex-drunk, violent, not my type at all, and they tried to get me to go with this horrible man. I fought against it. He had a lot of mates, drunks, addicts, that liked him. Fair enough, I'm a woman, I didn't want him touching me, I fought against it. It seems that now, you know, I'm not going to meet anyone around here, that's for certain. He had a lot of mates. Wasn't asking anyone to come against him, I just wanted to keep me and women safe from what I thought may be a predator, that's all. So ever since this guy made advances towards me and I rejected them, it's got nasty, very nasty. You see couples walking together smiling, and they're attractive couples. There's all sorts of couples out there. You don't have to be attractive to be part of a couple, but what I'm saying is that guy they tried to get me to go with was horrible. He had a history of violence towards women. He had an addiction. He was living with a woman. Why on earth was he trying it on with me? Which I couldn't understand. Who was this guy? Where did he come from? And he actually lived next to the Freemasons in Rochester, right next door to the Freemasonic Lodge of Rochester. Weird. So I am trying to get on and carry on with my life. I need counselling and therapy and support, and I can't get any because the people that ring on the phones to me are bogus. They're bogus. They ask you tons and tons of questions, and then my life gets decidedly worse, which I've noted down in my journal. It gets worse when it should be getting better. They're not helping. They're making things worse. So I have to stay by myself. I've cut out the WhatsApp messages. I've cut out the TikTok messages, and they are pissed. They can't control me. They can't pick me up, put me down. They don't know where I am. They don't know. I even used to tell them what I was eating for lunch. They know all about me, the ins and outs of my arsehole. They know everything. So they fuck with my head. Because at first I thought they were men off dating sites and friends off pen pal sites, and they were not. They are not. So they know everything. So they know how to abuse me, to wind me up, to get me going, but I now control it. And when I feel the urge to answer one of these messages, I just delete it and block the person, and I get on with my life. And I know it seems empty, but I'd rather it was empty than these, whatever they are, messing around in my head every single day, knowing everything about me and not being very nice about it. If I gave you $10,000, so it's American, some of it, USA. If I gave you $10,000, what would you do with it? And ever since that, my fridge has broken down. They've tried to destroy some of my property, my belongings. They've hacked into my bank. They've stolen hundreds of pounds. They're fucking pure evil. And it's not just in Great Britain. This is a worldwide scamming thing. You know, you get worldwide paedophile rings where you get worldwide scammers. Going down your bank account, leave it a couple of months, then try it again, and leaving me with no money in the bank. Literally without any money to buy food or pay my bills. That's how nasty and greedy these criminals are. These gangs, they're probably using it to buy drugs, drink. They don't care about me going without no food. They're just fucking greedy for themselves. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1722, the Tsar of Russia, Peter the Great, ended a tax on men with beards. To celebrate, why not ask me what I think of your beard?
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:44 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today? Alexa, the date. Now she's pissing me off. She's whispering. Now I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood for it. I haven't got a beard. Fuck off. And now she's whispering. So Alexa's got a mind of her own. Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday the 6th of April.
Alexa, what is the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 8 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 3 degrees.
Alexa, who was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 6th of April include Oscar Piastri, Keith Hunter Jesperson, Tim Valls, Paul Rudd, and Peyton List.
Do you see how she's got a mind of her own though? She can whisper and she can suggest you things, and she's got a sense of humour and she can sing. So they say that Alexas are watching you wherever they're put in the room. Who the fuck knows that they aren't watching and listening and gathering information? She certainly has got a sense of humour. She does come out with random things, and I'll be sat down and she'll start to speak without me even saying the word Alexa, you see. Anyway, so going out for me can be nasty, it can be a problem, it can be irritating, it can be a nuisance and not exactly real, like they're actors acting. They just do these stage scenarios in front of you. I'll often get two women kissing and cuddling each other in front of me, or they just stand there like they're, you know, like they're waiting to go. They used to happen to me at Victoria Road when I lived with my mum and dad. My mum would like talk for hours and hours about rubbish, and then I would go outside to the shops, and then the workmen would be stood like this up against the billboard, and then when I went out the door they'd start moving. Very fake. When I first came down to Chatham from Gloucestershire, I was an angry person. I'd lost the coat off my back, I'd lost my home, I'd lost my children, and I wasn't a very happy person at all. I was very angry. I got into trouble. I found myself on my own. I was going everywhere by myself. I wanted to go out all the time, but not drinking and socialising. I mean, going out to the library, going out to the shops. I used to walk up to Brompton Barracks in Gillingham to wait for my father coming out of work, where he would get a lift in a car from his mate, or we would drop his mate off at the Pentagon Centre. I was very, very always on my feet, walking everywhere. I was very fit, and I wasn't like I am now, but I wasn't wise to what was going on. I got beaten up a few times in the street, and then I realised that I was on my own when people just stood and watched the assailant just punched me in the face, and they just like that. That's when I knew there was no one going to help me, that I was possibly going to die, because whatever happened to me, no one cared, no one helped, no one would do anything. So I had to learn to be resilient, look after myself. My own father could have killed me several times. I reported his behaviour to the police. They just didn't do anything at all. They'd come out and support him and leave me in danger. He was capable of murder, absolutely. And the police knew that, and they left him in that house thinking that's exactly what he would do. He's dead now himself. He can't speak for himself, I know that. He can't tell me why he did it or who was involved in it. So they've got away with it, really, haven't they? Or they think they have. They keep trying to make me sick and ill, or play on my mental health and make people believe that I'm mentally unwell, which is absolutely ridiculous. When you've got proof and evidence of what you've been saying is true, and how they can keep going on with that, I honestly don't know. It's ridiculous. But then, you know, how far will these savages go to protect their falling empire? I mean, how far will they go to protect it? Get everybody that tells the truth? Anybody that speaks the truth or has an opinion, you're going to lock them up in prison or shut them up. So we are forced to eat shit. We are forced to work out long hours with no money. we are forced to live like peasants, while they live like kings and queens. The food is shit. The food is smaller, there's nothing in it, and what I've tasted of it lately is shit. I don't know what's happened to the food. Even the bananas are crap. The bananas, I used to love a banana for breakfast. 9 times out of 10 I get a banana from the shop, it's rotten inside and it's horrible. Everything you like. The coffee's gone wrong. Well, it's made me get off coffee. I don't look forward to a cup of coffee anymore. I don't know what they've done to the Nescafe coffee, but that tastes like shit. It's too strong. Makes you go fucking wild. Caffeine. Too much of a buzz and you buzz off. It's awful. And what is this peanut-sized food amounts? And I mean, it's like peanut-sized. And then you've bought a couple of days shopping for 50 quid and it's gone. And then you need more. What is going on here? I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. So I just have a sip of my herbal tea. I've given up coffee for the moment. Have you seen the price of coffee as well? It's bloody extortionate. It's crazy. Going out anywhere, 2 coffees are at least 10-12 quid. And if you want a sandwich, that's for each other, it's 20 pounds eating out just for a sandwich and a coffee. It's ridiculous. I'd rather make a toastie at home, get 12 eggs for a couple of quid, a loaf of bread for £1, and have a couple of toasted egg sandwiches that I've toasted myself, than pay, what, £10 for 2 sandwiches? Fuck off. You see influencers on TikTok, yeah? They go out for their breakfast every single day. Go out for their breakfast, like in the centre of London, going out for a British breakfast, bacon, beans, eggs, sausages. The whole works of the English breakfast, every single day, 7 days a week. How can they afford that? I mean, some of these influencers reckon they earn £10,000 a week. £10,000 a week, they don't have to apply for benefits anymore. No, they just rely solely on earning money from TikTok. I've inquired into doing it. I can't do it. Of course I can't do it. They ain't going to want me to make any money and fucking expose them, are they? I've got to stay at rock bottom, me. When I did go for jobs down here, they said I would only amount to being a cleaner. When I worked for the civil service as a bankruptcy clerk, and I earned good money. I earned good money back in the 1990s. They said my school said I ended up working as an assistant in Woolworths, which doesn't exist, by the way. They did. And I ended up working for the civil service, working as a bankruptcy clerk with a good pay sum each month. But I had a dickhead taking all my money. I ended up working for nothing. They send these crackpots to ruin your life. It's nutters. So I could have had a decent home, a decent wage. I could have owned my own home by now if I didn't have a partner that fucking took all my money and wasted it on rubbish. Because I'm soft and I'm nice and people take advantage of me. Now, if I was me back then, I'd keep all that money to myself that I was working for, and I would have bought my own fucking home. But we make mistakes, and we have to live with them. If I ever come into money again, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I've got stable accommodation, that I never have to worry about fucking benefits and council taking my home away. Do you know what I mean? They're sending these dirty, filthy men to fuck up my life. I'm not having any more of it. And who knows what the future holds? There might be somebody out there. I don't lose hope. I don't. But I tell you one thing I'm going to do. I'm always going to watch my back and put money away and not be so bloody gullible as I had been in the past, and trusting everybody with my finances, with my stuff, and they've just fucking abused that trust. There is a base here for something good. I've got a roof over my head. And I could, it's not too late to change your life around. There's a woman on TikTok, says she's in her 50s and she's made a load of money. So let's see, shall we, if we can undo the damage these toxic men have had in my life, these toxic relationships. Not only men, my own mother, toxic. Deliberately pointing me in the wrong direction and then laughing when everything goes wrong. I'm sick and tired of it, and I want to try and change it. Have a great Sunday, people, and I'll see you in the next one.